Hello, welcome to the live session. So, in this live session, we are trying to learn about Python. So, let me set up something here. I go to the timer. I want to start the timer, and it's been so long since I have come to these lives. We used to click on the timer. Man, I forgot how did we start the timer. Okay, we used to press interact, then the start button could start. Man, it's been so long, So I hope you can see my screen, and let me confirm something here on studio. I want also to check we are going live on vertical live. So some people have already unsubscribed already. No worries. So we are on the live session. This is the live we are on. I think we used to go where I should go to studio. And that way, now we are on vertical live, and we are also on horizontal stream. So I have been learning along Python, and I've been using this cs50.dev website to learn. And so this is the coursework, like I'm supposed to learn this, but I have already opened it up here so we can like learn together here. Also, this is already connected to a server that in a way that server has Python installed in it. So I'm waiting for mine to start. So let's learn a little bit of theory here about Python. So we are doing conditional execution, and we have the flow of a program is in order. The flow of a program is the order in which code is written. The control of a program is the order in which code written in the program execute. Normally, the program execute from top to bottom with one statement executing at a time. This is called sequential control. All programs all programs we have written have been executed this way, top to bottom at a time. The normal flow is changed by control structure, which can be either selection structure, selection control structure, or iterative control structure. What does that mean? We can use our dictionary here. Iterative I think is going back in a loop. In Python, the selection is supported by if statement and iteration is supported by while loop. So we have like two control structure. One is selection control and iterative. So we have while statements supporting one kind, then we have while loop supporting the iteration. So this both supports iteration, and this if statement support selection control. The if statement is a condition statement, meaning we can use it to process our code conditionally. A conditionally means if this then, and in discrete math we have used it already in what we call implication in discrete math. We have used is this, then this is how we write it in discrete math, and we says if P then Q, and if this condition only gives us a false value if P is true but Q is false. This means if you promise let's say if you promise you'll give me $100 if I go live, this is what we are trying to say, and we can try to say this, we can paraphrase the statement by saying if you go live then I'll give you $100. So and the promise is fulfilled, the promise is broken only if I go live and you don't give me the $100. That is when the promise is broken. So that's just by the way on connecting what we are trying to run here. So the if is conditional statement, meaning we can use it to process our code conditionally only after each a condition is met. But we have iterative structure, we have while loop and for loops, and they are called loops because they are used repeatedly to execute a section of a code. So in this chapter we will learn about if statement, and in the next chapters we will learn about loops. So we will start with if statements. This is taking so much time. Let me restart. Let me use a simpler one. Online compiler. So we learn to make sure it's running, and here is we can write a simple if statement. If in other language we put brackets, but in Python we just write the condition. We wanted to write what if you go, let's put it as what, as a comment, control slash, so we write if you go live I'll give I'll give you $100. So how do we check this condition? So we can we give it this live is string I prefer to write statement one by one. I want to have a boolean, so how can I do it? Let me not just complicate it. Okay, I think in boolean answer here we are supposed to write it like this. So we have a condition: if live is equals to this, print I'm live, or here we can write else, then we write the colons, or the colons. So we can see here, because the live is equals to true, we give you so if we are checking, this is our condition, we check it first. If it is equals to true, we print what we have below here. But if this is false, if this condition is false, we will come to this position and print this. So let me write here first. I think we write it like this and we run it, but you can guess which condition will be got to come true. So run it. You are not live, you can't get $100. So that is how we execute an if statement. Okay, so that is how we do it. I think my live is stuck on my screen. Why is it my screen is not my screen is hanging. So I think it hanged for some time. Sorry for that. So we are here, we were just learning about the if statement, so we can read this statement. While solving a problem in real life, we often need to make decision and act accordingly. Similar situation arise in programming. Also, we will want similar situation arises in programming. We will want our program to make a decision and perform different operations based on those decisions. As in many languages, in Python also decision making or conditional. Conditional execution is done with the help of if statement, and by using if statement you can make your program behave differently in different situations. You can make your program to have the ability to make decision and perform action based on those decisions, and we have done that demo here. So it hanged here, so let me restart it. So here we are on module 8, so we come here and create a folder. We select Python, we create a folder and we name it module 8. Module 8, and we are doing conditions. Then we open it in the integrated terminal, and we use the terminal to create a file. We create a file using bash, so we use the touch command and we call it conditional. Conditional if dot py. Then we can use code conditional. Then we press tab to autocomplete, and we open our file and we paste. So I created a program where I initialized a variable and gave it a value of false, and this is how we assign variable in Python. We cannot like be able to do that. Oh shit, I don't know why it is stopping. So the internet used to upload here is very slow, and we are buffering. Let's not worry so much about it, but let's just continue. So this is the condition we had. I said we were able to initialize a variable here, but I don't know if you can be able like to write a boolean like that and just assign it. So we had a conditional loop here, which we already set it up, and we had this is the condition we were checking. If live is equals to true, I'll give you you give me $100 because I'm live, and if I'm not live, say let's like make it if live on YouTube, you can't get the $100. So we were able to run this code and it was running perfectly. So if we press run, you can guess. So in Python we are not supposed to assign variable and like statically like like start with the variable type. Python is what Python I think is dynamically typed, so it just knows the type of variable you want to give it. Okay, I have an error here about indentation. So you can see our condition is false, that's why this statement is learning. So still buffering. Okay, the stream is good. I think it's because I was trying to use code. I was trying to use a lot of the internet. So I think we are done with if statement. What we are supposed to do is like learn on this diagram what is happening. So but before we learn what is happening, like we'll read a summary of here what we are told here. So we are told welcome to this module on conditional branching. In this video you will learn about conditional branching and how it's implemented in Python. In life we make decisions based on condition. For example, if we suspect we are going it's going to rain, I swallowed that and I swallowed an air bubble. This was tough. So we are saying if we suspect it's not going to rain, we will not carry an umbrella. So we apply the same concept in programming so that we can do selective. So selective is I think to select which we run here on our book. We had what we had iterative structure. You can mark it here. Iterate, go round and round. Then we had selection control. So our notes, they are telling us we have selective execution of statement. If a condition is true, some statement are executed. If condition is false, some other condition are executed. Branching is when the program decides to select what to do. So the conditional branching uses comparison operator and logical operator. We learned in module 2 to create conditional. Yeah. So it's talking about this variable. That was so painful. So branching is when we decide to select what to do. Conditional branching makes sure comparison operator and the logic operator we learned in module 2 are used to create condition. So I think we are talking about even these operators here. So we have greater or equal to, we are talking about that, and also we are talking about this. So based on the evaluation of conditions, some part of program is executed. So this is what is the this is how the condition flow. So if a is equals to true, I think this is what we call pseudocode. So we start with the condition. If the condition is equals to true, we go to B. If the condition is false, we go to C. And we have and if and if and if I need to check about and if what is talking about, so we can like run about and if I think it's the end of the program. So the condition of branching is controlled by condition in the diagram. Different instructions are executed depending on the result of condition. If condition is true, block of instruction 1 is executed. And if conditions is false, block 2 this way is executed. So we have several conditions. We have if else. If else, we have already like written about it. So we have a code here. It starts by assigning a number 30. Then here we are checking a condition. If the condition is greater than or equal to 0, print a positive number, else print a negative number. So we can try to replicate the same. We want to check a positive number. Check a number is positive. We comment this. So how do we write it? So we give a number, we create a variable and we assign it a value, like let's say int input. That's the input and a positive number. Then here we check if the number is greater or equal to 0. If this condition is true, we print you have a positive number. Also you can use like what do you call it, f format, and you complete the number. So we write f format, then we use the curly bracket here and we print the number, and then we check else we just write it else, then we write the print statement. Your number is not positive, yeah. You have a negative number. So also here we use the F statements, F format, and we print the number and we run our code. Let's put 4. You have a positive number 4. We run the code again. We put 0. What do you do? Put 0, then enter. You have a positive number. But what if we don't put less or equal to 0? We run the condition and we put 0. So what do you think will happen? That is what is going to happen. So we put is equals so that it stop exactly at where we have 0, and so now we'll check for condition for -2 and we press enter. You have a negative number 2, so this is how you can implement if else and if statement. So we use this comparison operators. Okay, then we check else if, elif, but we scored just elif. I have 24 minutes remaining. So let's go faster. So we have the elif statement is part of if statement and it's used to check more than one condition. Okay, so let me think. Let's learn more about it here. Okay, so I think I got the point. So if you want to check more than one condition, so I think it's what we call in district math by condition. So you check if and if again. So what is such a condition we can be able to check? Let's what condition. We can use this example like to check a number is positive, and also we check if that number is even or So we write here our condition. So we write L if stand for as if. So we write the condition if the number modulus 2 is equals to 0. So that is how we check if the number is divisible by 2. Print you have even number. So we put 2. It didn't go to it did so it's not working as how it's supposed to work. So we are told we check the condition 1, the condition 2, condition 3. So let's try on this. So what is this code doing? We have x is equals to 50. We assign the variable here. We check if the condition is modulus 2 give us 0, and yes, this gives us 0. If modulus 2 is not equals to 0, we have an odd number, and else we print. So we can try on this code. I think also our code didn't have a problem. It's how we put it. So we are saying if modulus of 2 is not equals to 0, then you have an odd number. If modulus is equals to 0, then we have an even number. Then here you have invalid. Let's check time. 17 minutes. So let's run our code and we put 2. You have even number 2. We try 3. We have odd number 3. We start with minus 1. Minus 1. Minus 1. So in the calculator we should check minus 1 divided by minus 1 modulus 2. It gives us 1. What? Here we're supposed to ask even AI. is negative even number or odd number? We are, I think I need to learn about my numbers again, my number theory again. Or let's put something like R. R is giving us an error. So 0 is an even number. Where? Kwani what is 0 divided by 0 modulus 2? So 0 is an even number. Okay, still learning. So we have a we have a program here calculating commissions. We have indentation error, int input. I can't even see it, the error. Line 1. So we are assigning commission, we are assigning sales, we are checking if the sales are less or equal to 5,000, we give you a commission of 0.05%. And then as if the sales are between are greater than 500 and less or equal to 10,000, we give you a commission of 0.1. As if the sales are greater than 10,000, we give you a commission of 15%. So we have a sales commission of 10,000. So you can guess the percentage we are supposed to give this person. We are supposed to give this person a total commission of this percent, but it's not working the way it's supposed to work. So the sales times, yeah, it's working fine. I'm thinking like an owner, like combining sales and commission. That is and the way I was thinking, but it seems that is wrong. So if we put R, so this is working fine. If we give a commission of 3,000, this condition will be learned, and you can see it. So if we give 23,000, okay, that 3,000, this condition will learn. What just happened? As if the sales are greater than 10,000. This condition is the one supposed to run, but I don't know why it's not working out. I'll check that. Also, you can be able to nest condition, and so you can be able to do our problem that we had error with it. So let's comment this out for a moment. So we can nest, we can copy this command, cut it out, and we are checking if the number is greater or equal to 0. If this condition is true, we learn this. So so we are checking if the number is greater or equal to 0. If that number is greater than equal to 0, we check this condition, then else we print the number is less or equal to 0. But I don't know, I'm supposed to check out and ask around for more information. I thought we don't have negative numbers as even numbers. So let's put -1. The number is less than 0, so it checked this condition. This condition was not met, it came here direct. But what if we put number 2? We can learn it through our mind even. without letting it to happen. So number 2, this condition will be true, and 2 divided by 2 will be 0. So this is the condition that will be met. We put enter. Yeah, if we put 1, this is 1 will happen. So this can't happen because we have like checked the error here. So we have been able to do nested if statement. We check our time. We have been able to do that in 55 minutes. So now let me check out the quiz. So we can do number 2. It's so simple. So we did the question. The question is saying, using the knowledge from content provided so far, create a program that will grade the marks of student in university and log in which. Okay, so we will write a variable, we assign it a value of 70, then we check if max is greater or equals to 75, and is less or equal to 100, we print a C. We print an A. Else, so we use else if we check marks are less or equal to 60 and marks are greater so let's think about it. So what is the condition here saying? We are saying if marks are greater or equal to 75. Okay, check this condition. So for this condition also we are checking if the marks are greater or equal to 60 but they are less or equal to 74, we print B. So I want also like we check for error. If marks are less or equal to 49, and are greater or equal to 0, we print fail. So we run the program. Invalid. How are we supposed to write this thing? So we are saying if marks is less why what happened here? Okay, I'm supposed to write marks. And it execute to be B. So B is around here. For 3, if we have 75 is an A. The marks run right here. But if we have here we're supposed to have a condition for else. Invalid marks. Because I want to write 102 and 102 will learn here. What if for that if fail? What happened? That one is working perfectly, and our time has gone. That one was a tough live session, but we managed it. So thank you so much for watching. Till next time, bye bye.